Here we are for sale, our 2018 on a 68 plate Ford Transit Custom. This is the 290 model, meaning it's got a 2.9 ton gross vehicle weight. This is the Sport with the 2 litre EcoBlue diesel Euro 6 engine, producing 170 brake horsepower, accompanied with the automatic gearbox. And this is the short wheelbase, or L1 H1 low roof panel van, finished in the fantastic chrome blue. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Transit Custom Sport panel van of this age. There's a few optional factory extras to speak of over the already very impressive spec that you get as standard on the Sport on this particular van. We'll also have a really good look at the condition and also the service history, and talk to you about the previous ownership as well, seeing as this vehicle is currently available for sale at the time of recording. So starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, first sort of factory extra to speak of then is the rear unglazed tailgate. So as standard you'd get these with rear barn doors, but this one, as I say, has been nicely specced with the unglazed tailgate. So unglazed meaning it hasn't got a window, and a tailgate of course is one door which opens up like so. A lot of standard spec that you get here then is reversing sensors. You actually get a reversing camera, completely as standard on the Sport, which is something you don't get on any of the other models in the range, the Limited or Trend for instance. You also get a number of elements which come color coded. That includes the rear bumper, the door handle, so this one just here above the rear number plate, and also things like the trims down the side of the vehicle. The Sport also then comes with a really nice body styling pack, so just very subtly different rear bumper corners there, so slight sort of flaring to the bottom. You get these wheel arch extensions, side skirts, and the all different front bumper as well, which of course we'll show you when we get round to that angle. In terms of condition then at the rear of the vehicle, this one is looking very clean and tidy, it must be said. Hopefully it's conveying accurately in the camera, but looking really smart indeed. Rear bumper has a couple of very light hairline marks, if anything. If we open up the tailgate, we can start to have a look inside the rear of the vehicle. Now, when we open this up, you can see that the back of the van is completely ply-lined. Now, the ply lining is there to protect the outside of your van, in fact. So if you've got items in here which are moving around as you're driving, it's not going to bang into the side of the vehicle and cause a nasty outward dent. So it's very nice to have that in the back of the vehicle there. We haven't renewed it on this particular van actually, because as you can see, it's in really good condition. The previous owner, I believe, was actually an electrician on this particular vehicle, so very light work in its previous life. You can also see then, nice little extra here, this one has got LED load lighting in the back of the vehicle. As you can see, it just provides a fantastic amount of extra light in the back here in sort of lower light conditions. Sport comes with nice hard wearing plastic floor as well, which is fantastic. You can sweep it out, wash it out if you need to. And we've also got the factory fitted bulkhead there with the load through hatch as well, so you can get your longer 3 meter lengths under there if you want to. Of course, these can be easily removed. They are just bolted in around the outside if you didn't want them in there. But the benefit of the tailgate, as you can see here, it does provide some shelter. So if you're stood here where I am right now, it gives you some shelter from our great British weather if you wanted so. Looking then down the passenger side of the vehicle, then this is where we can start to have a look in those reflections, looking down the side of the vehicle, looking for any blemishes, marks, dents, etc., but looking very smart indeed, it must be said. And so this gives you a better look then at those wheel arch extensions, also the side skirt which goes down the side of the vehicle as well. Now, this one being the 290 model, you are able to option these with the lovely 18-inch alloy wheels that you see here. So these are factory alloy wheels, finished in this fantastic gunmetal grey colour. And you can actually see here during our preparation, you'll see the service history in just a second, but we gave this vehicle a multi-point health check in our workshop, a new MOT and 4 brand new tyres as well. So you don't have to worry about those whatsoever. Opening up the side loading door then, we can start to have a look at the load space from this angle. And as you can see, looking really clean and tidy. The load through hatch, you give that a pull, it just secures via a magnet, and that allows you to load right the way through there. There's actually a box in there, I'm not sure what that is, we'll have to double check that in just a second. But that allows you to load, as I say, those 3 meter lengths all the way through underneath the passenger seats. You can see here there is just a small little chip there in the paint just by the top of my finger. You can just see the camera focusing on it. Only minor, but as I say, if there's anything that I can see, I will point it out to you gladly. A small little mark just here at the rear of the side loading door as well. And again, sort of in comparison to my finger, you can see the sort of size of that. I'm just looking for anything else. These are just little water droplets just here. A couple of little stone chips and things like that. So on the Sport, so in this sort of area, it's the same on the other side. Just it sort of flicks up off the wheels. You get a couple of stone chips and things like that in these sorts of areas low down. But as I'm sure you'll agree, it looks absolutely fantastic, this van, finished in the chrome blue with those grey alloy wheels. Opening up the passenger door then, lovely condition here to the passenger door card. Same goes with the passenger step, the floor going into the middle there. This is the position here for the bonnet release on the Transit Custom of this age. Previous years they put them on the front of the vehicle. And I'd like to show you the service history as well. So we do have evidence here of 3 previous services being carried out, most recently then at 50,800 miles, where they fitted rear brake pads as well. So lovely to see that all stamped in the service book. Always, as I say, I do miss the service books. As I say, they're all going into sort of electronic service history now, but I do like to see a service book where available. On the Sport then, you do get half leather seats completely as standard, which definitely gives it a bit more of a luxurious feel inside here. Very, very nice indeed. Fold down work tray in the middle then, a couple of cup holders there, somewhere to store your paperwork as well. And as I say, you have got storage underneath the passenger seats just there. Moving then around to the front of the vehicle, you get colour-coded wing mirrors, door handles of course, colour-coded front bumper, and this is where you can start to see the different styling here at the front as well. So it's a different lower front bumper, as I say, only subtly different, but just really enhances it, I think. You also get front parking sensors, front fog lights, all as standard. This one also has the Ford Trail grille, which doesn't come as standard. This is something that we fit on a lot of, well, pretty much every Transit Custom. I think it just massively enhances the front of the new shape Custom. Looking at the headlights then, you get LED daytime running lights. There's this lovely sort of halo light around the outside of the headlights, and the projector headlights, which come as standard on these. But I hope you'll agree, that is a gorgeous looking van. To the front then, there's a few minor stone chips. I can see here a couple on the bonnet just here, and certainly lower down, I say a couple of minor little stone chips down here as well. I can see a little blemish just down there, for instance. I say nothing too concerning, but all very consistent with its age and mileage. Looking then down the driver's side then, again lovely and straight and clean here down the driver's side. Is that a blemish there? Yes, tiny little stone chip just there I can see, but otherwise looking very, very good, it must be said. If we open up the driver's door then, we can start to have a look inside here. So lovely condition of the entrance there, just a couple of my heel marks where I've just parked it, but other than that, not much to fault it on there. Looking at the driver's door card, very nice there. Electric windows, electric folding mirrors, that's how those are operated there, just by pulling this dial back towards you like so, and that folds them in and out as you want to. A couple of marks just here, just looks like where someone's been, maybe they've got longer nails or something, but where they've been grabbing the handle. A couple of little marks there on the very inner part of that handle. Looking at the driver's seat, nice adjustability here. So you've got height adjustability. This is adjustability of the front, or what they call thigh adjustment at the front there. We've got the driver's armrest, which you can set to your desired height. And as I say, looking at the driver's seat, no excessive wear here to the edge of the driver's seat, which is always nice to see. And as I say, that half leather interior as well. Auto-activated lights and auto-activated wipers. You can see that we've got 2 full remote keys with the vehicle. Up on top here then, we have a USB port and a 12-volt socket up on top of there, and plenty of storage on top of the dashboard just there. Looking at the leather multifunctioning steering wheel, on the left-hand side you've got your cruise control. Underneath that, volume controls for the radio. On the right-hand side then, we have your onboard computer controls, and you can also answer and hang up the phone just there. Looking then into the middle, the Sport comes with this bigger screen in the middle, which is really, really nice actually. 52,817.5 miles to be exact. You can also see on this stalk here, there is a lane departure warning system on this vehicle as well, where it will give you a sort of a slight vibration if it feels that you're sort of crossing over a lane. without indicating. You can also see you've got auto activated headlights up there as well. Got the, as I say, the automatic gearbox, which is very, very desirable on these. You don't get many of them with the automatic gearbox, but lovely to see that. Looking then into the middle, we have heated windscreen, heated seats, which is fantastic on a day like today, air conditioning, and heated wing mirrors as well. All of that comes completely as standard on the Sport model. There's another USB and a 12-volt socket just down there as well. Now looking at the Sync 3 screen, so Sync 3 screen does come as standard on the Sport, but this one has got satellite navigation, which doesn't come as standard. So if we click on that, you can see there that that displays there on the screen. If I put the vehicle into reverse, you can see this is where you get to the reversing camera as well. Now if we go back to the main screen, if we go on to audio, you can see you've also got DAB radio just there, and when you've got your phone plugged in, so if you've got an Apple phone, this does come with Apple CarPlay as standard, and if you've got an Android phone, you've got Android Auto as well, which is automatically enabled on there. But very, very nice condition, fantastic spec inside the cab as well on the Sport. So just to summarize this vehicle then, 2018 on a 68 plate actually, Ford Transit Custom Sport. This is the 2-litre EcoBlue 170 brake horsepower model with the automatic gearbox, short wheelbase, low roof, finished in the fantastic chrome blue. Lovely service history with 3 previous services recorded by its 1 previous owner from new. Rear tailgate, LED load lights, satellite navigation and the 18-inch alloy wheels are factory extras on this vehicle, and then of course the fantastic Sport spec which comes as standard, things like the front and rear parking sensors, air conditioning, reversing camera, all as standard. But absolutely gorgeous looking van, lovely condition, as hopefully that conveys on the camera, and available here with us today at Bridgend Van Centre. Now if you would like to see the full advert of this vehicle, you can do so by going over to our website, which is bridgendvans.co.uk. This is where, as I say, you'll find that full advert. So that comes with the price, the photography, and of course the description just there. We will welcome inquiries on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates on all of our vehicles. We can deliver our vehicles nationwide as well. And what can we do? I'm drawing a blank 12 minutes into this video. We can offer part exchange on cars or vans, deliver them, and we can also offer finance at competitive rates. I don't know why the third one was evading me